Hey everybody, this is Jeff again from Scentsable Vapor on another one of my vape rants. Um, the other day I was out traveling with some of my salespeople and we're making some cold calls on convenience stores because obviously it's the Scentsable Vapor self-serve vape bar is geared toward that convenience store market. And we walked into more than one store and basically got shot down by the convenience store operators and it was, I mean, it wasn't their fault. I see where they're coming from, but they're being pretty close-minded. Here's what the bottom line, what it was, is they said, we bought into the whole idea that e-liquid was going to be the way of the future. E-liquid is a high-profit, high-volume, an up-and-coming growth product that we want to have in our store. We bought into that 4 or 5 years ago, and what happened was we bought the acrylic case, and we bought the display case, and we bought all the bottles, and we bought all the nicotines, different flavors, and the dang stuff just sits here and doesn't sell. I mean, you were expecting for it to just walk off the shelf all by itself, and we're going to take a little bit of blame in that in the vaping industry as far as the manufacturers go, because one of the things we're very good at, or we think we're very good at, is marketing. And the marketing side of what we've done is we've put really funky names onto these e-liquids. Instead of calling something cherry or something grape, we call it an ape thing, or we call it a George Washington thing, or something that has no correlation to whatever things are. And so consequently, the customer walks up and goes, "Oh, Black Devil." I mean, what the hell does Black Devil taste like? I mean, and you don't know, so consequently you don't buy it, the customer doesn't buy it, and you, the retailer, are still stuck with it after a year until the expiration date comes along, and then you got to throw the dang stuff away because you already bought it. I get that, okay? And we heard that story. I've heard that story because we went around to many stores. I've heard the story more than one time. Okay, understand things change, things evolve. The days of being able to sit this out there and the retailer being able to expect to have this walk off the shelf are gone. There's too much competition out there, and the vape stores are showing up more and more. But the one thing that you've got, Mr. Convenience Store Operator, is you've got volume. You've got traffic flow. You've got 750, 800 packs of cigarettes walking out your door every day. And guess what? What you don't have? You've got me. You've got my generation walking into the store that I feel comfortable walking into your store and don't feel like I'm walking into a head shop or walking into a smoke-filled room where the 20-year-olds with the big box mods and the clouds of smoke are. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not blowing these guys up. That's what they do, and it's very cool for them, but it's not cool for me. I want to be able to come into your convenience store and buy the stuff that I buy on a regular basis. I used to come in and buy cigarettes. Why would I not come in and buy my e-liquid? Why wouldn't I? Because I'm not going to buy it off the shelf. I'm not going to buy something that says Jungle Gym off the shelf and go, okay, I'm going to spend $9 on this, and then find out I don't like it and throw the dang stuff away. It's not going to happen. So the alternative to that is the Scentsable Vapor self-serve vape bar. Now, yes, this is a commercial, but I'm pointing this out to convenience store operators as salespeople come in and say, okay, we've got an alternative. We understand things didn't work out for you in the past, but we're not those guys. We're not the ones that are sitting back saying, put it on a shelf, it's going to walk off the shelf and you're going to make $1 million off of it. But we are the ones telling you that if you give the customer a chance to taste it, and it's sitting right beside a case that you can't taste, your customer's going to buy the one that they can taste 4 out of 5 times, 5 out of 8 times, whatever. They're going to buy it more often than not, okay? And what they're basically going to do is they're going to walk up, they're going to grab a hold of one of the self-powered units. They're going to put a tip on top of it, and they're going to find out that's good. They find out they like Jungle Gym, okay? And if they like Jungle Gym, the probability of them buying it is 1,000% better than having Jungle Gym on a shelf in a pretty box that nobody cares about because it's going to get thrown away anyway. But now that because vaping is about flavor. So if I tasted it and I like it, I'm going to buy it. And if I like it a lot, I'm going to come back and buy more of it. And if I want to change something, I'm going to go back to the place where I can try it again. Vape stores have got it for years. That's what vape stores do. But vape stores don't have your volume, and vape stores don't have me. My generation, the 40-plus generation, the biggest portion of the market out there that is your growth potential in the e-liquid market is my generation. I feel comfortable coming into your store. I don't feel comfortable as a male, female, elderly person, whatever else, walking into a vape store. The 20-year-olds do. Great. Guys, you go, vape store guys, I love you to death. Do your thing. It's a great thing. Have a ball. But that's not my place. Convenience store, I walk into, that's my place. Mr. Convenience Store Operator, Mrs. Convenience Store Operator, if you've got something where I can taste it, I can find out I like it, I want to quit smoking, I want to convert myself over into the vaping world to get away from cigarettes, and you give me the opportunity to be able to try it, and an opportunity to be able to buy the hardware at a decent price and the flavors that I like, I'm going to come back time and time again. And when I quit smoking and my friends that smoke say, well, how did you quit? I'm going to tell them where I got this stuff, and they're going to come in here. Because birds of a feather, we all run together. So don't take the idea that just because the old way didn't work, that the new way is not going to, because we've learned an awful lot. One of the things we learned is tasting sells e-liquid. Vape stores proved it to us. Now it's time for the convenience store world to understand that tasting sells too, and take your turn. Make your profit. Get your billions back as part of your money. Okay? This has been Jeff at Scentsable Vapor. I hope you learned something. Have a great day.